What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the huge new features coming in Season 2, some very important updates to Warzone 2.0, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and let me know down below in the comment section, which mode are you guys going to be playing first over in Season 2? Will it be multiplayer, Warzone, even DMZ? Let me know how you're feeling about that down below in the comments. Obviously, Warzone is getting the most amount of content in Season 2 alongside DMZ in comparison to the multiplayer, but it does truly feel like Season 2 marks the actual launch of Warzone 2 and DMZ. I mean, DMZ has felt fairly polished since launch, even though it's getting a lot of major overhauls, as we talked about in previous videos. But Warzone 2 was missing a lot of the quality of life improvements that Warzone 1 had, and all those things are finally coming on February 15th, so it does feel like we're getting the full-fledged release of these modes with Season 2. So let me know if you guys have been waiting to really just jump back into the swing of things, if you guys have taken a break from COD 2.0. Now, I have posted several previous videos over the last couple of days talking all about everything you need to know regarding the new content coming to each and every game mode. There have been a lot of things to break down that I separated into individual videos just to make it as clear and concise as possible for those out there that maybe just want to watch videos about one particular game mode. But as a big reminder for those out there that missed the news, it was confirmed in the recent blog post that combat records are finally coming to Warzone 2.0 with the launch of Season 2. Obviously, combat records were already live for MW2 multiplayer, but leaderboards are also going live for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer with this brand new season. It's unclear when leaderboards are going to go live for Warzone 2, but it was brought to our attention by Infinity Ward themselves that any stats you guys have had in Warzone 2 since the game mode's release have not counted, right? Stats will start counting with the launch of Season 2. That's when combat records will actually start working. So any prior kills, nukes, streaks, wins, none of that has actually counted towards your actual Warzone 2 stats. So that's a bit unfortunate, but hopefully that clears things up for everybody out there that has wondered what's going on with Warzone 2 combat records. Now, something I actually didn't know is that upon getting a nuke in Warzone 2.0, not only do you get an operator skin, but you also get a blueprint. Now, I'm still considering going for this nuke before the launch of our new season. It's a bit unlikely at this point, but I am going to go for it on stream really soon. I just need to get a squad together full of demons that want to go ahead and get 5 wins in a row, then go for that 6th match with the new contract. But it was confirmed over by Raven on Twitter that you only have a couple of days left to earn the Season 1 Brass Tracks Battle Rifle Blueprint for completing Champion's Quest in Warzone 2. Start stacking those W's. And they also mentioned that you have to reply with proof to this tweet or it didn't happen. And that's the thing, right? The blueprint doesn't look all that special, but you know what? A reward is a reward. I mean, I'm a completionist when it comes to Call of Duty, so I love going for things, even if they're difficult to unlock, even if the reward isn't that worthwhile. It's always fun to say, yep, I did that, or I unlocked this by doing a difficult task. So I'm hoping to get this before Season 1 ends, but I don't know, honestly, the blueprint itself doesn't look that great. The operator skin, though, doesn't seem to be available for a limited time. It seems to be a permanent reward for Champion's Quest. It's unclear, though, as to why the blueprint is only available for the first season of the game's life cycle. Will there be an additional blueprint added in Season 2 that you'll end up unlocking by doing Champion's Quest? If anything, that's kind of cool for replayability if they go ahead and say, hey, if you do the new contract in every season of Warzone 2 this year, you'll get a different blueprint for doing it in each individual season. That's something cool for completionists out there, but I also wonder, right, will there end up being a nuke over on Ashika Island when that map comes out on February 15th? Obviously, it's launching with Resurgence, but I wonder if there'll be maybe a more difficult challenge that's not just getting 5 wins, but maybe because Resurgence is a bit easier than BR, they'll say, oh, go and get 10 wins over on Resurgence Ashika, and then do something else to kind of level out to what the new contract is over on Al Mazrah. Maybe that'll be the case over in Season 2, but with that being said, I'm really curious as to what other secrets Raven has in store for us with Warzone Season 2. Now, after fully recording this video that you're watching right now, a gameplay trailer did drop for Season 2, and it showcased plenty of new footage for the new content coming to every single game mode. We started off with Ashika Island. It shows us a glimpse of some of the DMZ missions and whatnot, and then we also get a glimpse of ranked play, which I'll be talking more about in a separate video at some point tomorrow morning. There's lots to discuss in regards to the rewards, the divisions, skill ranks, all that good stuff. They even dropped a blog post about that, which again I want to cover in a separate video. We also got our first footage of Dome in first person. I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, it's just Dome from Modern Warfare 3 or Call of Duty Vanguard. Yeah, I get it, but it was our first actual footage of the new map with a brand new skybox here in Modern Warfare 2. We also got to look at Infected, but one of the big things that I did want to talk about was a glimpse of Afghan that we ended up getting, and it kind of hints at the fact that we might be seeing live events happen in matches of DMZ for Al Mazrah. That's a really cool new concept that we just haven't really seen in DMZ, but is something that we proposed many times in the recent podcast that we made, where we're like, you know what, live events would make DMZ feel even more alive for Warzone 2. And lastly, in the trailer, they also show a glimpse of the 1v1 Gulag. Now, if you guys are looking for more assistance with camo grinding over in COD 2.0, be sure to check out COD Peter over on Twitter for help with Polyatomic or even Orion at some very reasonable prices. I'm not a fan of any unlocked tools or cheats. That's not what he does. His link is down below. Check him out as soon as you guys can. Now, I do want to steer your attention to the recent Season 2 blog post that does talk quite a bit about all the new updates coming to Warzone 2 with the launch of Resurgence. Obviously, you know the rules of Resurgence. We played it for many years with Rebirth over on Warzone 1, and for a couple of months with Fortune's Keep during Vanguard's life cycle. But something that a lot of people have talked about is this feature right here that is coming back from Warzone 1, the Intel Advantage. Eliminating any member of an enemy team temporarily reveals their squad mates' positions on the TAC map, uses to track down and completely wipe squads, so they are unable to redeploy back to full strength. Again, this was something we saw over on Rebirth and Fortune's Keep. Eliminating any enemy completely will show where their teammates are for just a couple of seconds. Take advantage of this as often as you guys can, because you never know if the person you killed has some teammates that are trying to avenge their fallen teammate by coming towards your location, and sometimes you just won't expect it if they're wearing dead silence or if they're just, you know, crouch walking or something. That is a huge feature that luckily is coming back with the launch of Resurgence. I was honestly surprised to see this was coming back, because it felt like one of those things like a lot of the other quality of life improvements that just didn't make it into Warzone 2 at launch. I feel like this would have been one of those things where they had to add it back into the game at some point in, what, Season 3 or something. Now, there's also a new feature coming out known as Restore Honor. This is also very important for the Path of the Ronin challenges, as I talked about in a previous video I have linked down below. It does say, and I quote, "Restore your honor and exact revenge against your enemy once per match. Operators who fall on Ashika Island will drop a dog tag where they perished. If you or one of your squad mates picks up the dog tag, you'll be rewarded with a small cash reward and a UAV ping to scan the area for supplies and potentially the position of the enemy operator who downed you." That's huge. I mean, getting any extra cash is always big, so you can hit those buy stations. A small UAV ping, I mean, hello, it's Resurgence. The gameplay is super action-packed and really fast-paced. That's going to come in clutch a lot. But here are two strategies for this new feature. Truly honorable. Heading straight for your dog tag after redeployment is a smart way to get a head start on that fresh life. Alternatively, have a squad mate pick up that tag and call out nearby supply boxes so you quickly build back that loadout. There's also this honorable bait. Given the advantage it provides, an enemy dog tag can be used to lure enemy teams into exposing their position. If you see a dog tag in the wild, consider taking a position near it and pick off any operator who attempts to pick it up. And yeah, let's not promote camping, but that's exactly what this is talking about. So that sounds really damn exciting. I can't wait to actually utilize this feature right when Resurgence comes out. It's going to be great. But also a new path to riches. So updates to the cash economy across all of Warzone 2.0. Season 2 balances the Battle Royale cash economy for more consistent rewards when pursuing resources. The cash payout for completing contracts has been slightly reduced, while the minimum value of cash piles as ground loot has been increased to $800, and from cash registers it has been increased to $500. So that's a good way to balance out with the expensive loadouts that are in buy stations for every iteration of BR, solos, duos, trios, quads. Cash will no longer be found in basic and legendary supply boxes, but it can be found as ground loot in containers and in white stronghold supply boxes. So a bit of a change there we have to get used to. This emphasizes looting during a match rather than solely completing contracts to rack up cash. Definitely a big problem that we've seen over the last few months. Be sure to search every supply drop, a duffel bag, locker, and other containers to maximize cash gains during your matches. Now, obviously, we're all seeing the return of the 1v1 Gulag. You know how that works. Obviously, you have a flag in the middle now instead of a jailer. They're also going to condense the size of the Gulag space itself, and a new Gulag environment is going to be coming to Warzone at some point in a future update. Not Season 2, though. It's unclear if that means a new Gulag environment for Al Mazrah, a new one for Ashika Island, or another one entirely for a separate big BR map that is on the way for Warzone 2's life cycle. That's likely going to be the Las Almas map that has been rumored and leaked for quite some time. Also, more changes coming to Ashika Island later in Season 2, which I definitely want to go over real quickly. First off, the new contract, Search and Seizure, coming later in season, probably with Reloaded. In this contract, operators are tasked with tracking down a stolen vehicle taken by the Shadow Company, get to its location marked on the minimap, take its key from one of the nearby guards, and navigate the vehicle to the designated area. It's a risky venture, but the rewards will set you up for success later in the match. Hopefully, maxed out weapons with a bunch of attachments, precisions, durable gas mask, 3-play vest, which you won't even need anymore because you're going to spawn in with them now, which is crazy. But also, a new public event known as the Data Heist coming later in season. In Ashika Island's new Data Heist public event, a trio of uplink stations activate around the map during the second circle collapse. Approach a station to hack it for rewards. Prepare to defend your position against Shadow Company forces. Eliminating them will speed up the hacking process. A successful hack rewards XP, cash, and a random piece of tactical equipment. Again, these public events do take place after, what, the second or third circle, maybe even later. You have to wait. It's a bit of RNG, of course. Hacking a second and third uplink station, though, will result in greater rewards, including kill streaks. Operators can disrupt the hacking process as well as by using DDoS field upgrade and by using, and by directly contesting the area around the uplink station. So that sounds really exciting. Again, it kind of changed up the pacing of the gameplay, introducing us to new concepts that we didn't see over in Warzone 1. I'm a big fan of that. But speaking of Warzone 1, the famous redeploy balloons are now redeploy drones here in Warzone 2.0. Not available at launch, unfortunately, and I know a different blog post that came out did mention this was a Resurgence only feature, but no, I do think this is coming to regular BR for Al Mazrah and of course the DMZ experience all the way around. So these are going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's going to be something that drastically increases the speed of any type of match, whether it's mini royale, whether it's regular BR, whether it's Resurgence, or even something like DMZ, which is extraction based, of course. This is going to be really exciting. But we also have the new combatant known as the Rusher. The image for the Rusher is in the other blog post that came out. So this is a picture for the new contract we went over, the public event, really cool stuff. But here is the new combatant. Let me actually scroll down and find them. Here he goes. It says in season 4 Resurgence. I'm not sure if that means that we just won't see this AI combatant in regular BR or DMZ. I doubt that'll be the case, but when it comes to Resurgence, here's what's going on. So far, AI combatants are all about dealing damage from a distance, unless otherwise provoked to swing widely with the butt of their gun. During season 2, a new type of combatant joins their ranks to fulfill that extreme close quarters combat role, the Rusher. So the Rusher may not have much in terms of health or armor, but what they lack in defense, they make up for in increased agility and a deadly short sword. This adversary also packs a pistol in case a target is unreachable for a melee attack, as well as mini smoke bombs to use for repositioning. Rushers are meant to be down just as quickly as they sprint, especially in confined and indoor spaces where they are most effective. Expect them to hit the ground running in Resurgence mode, with AI only appearing under certain conditions, such as during a heist. So with that in mind, here's what I'll say, right? For DMZ, I'm like, all right, for the extraction mode, AI is a big focus, but I'm not sure what the obsession is with putting AI into Battle Royale. I have a feeling like he's going to be a bit too annoying for regular Warzone, whether it's Resurgence or BR, so they're going to have to nerf him down a little bit, or to where they have to make it where he spawns a little bit less. I mean, even though you can kill him quickly, it'll be frustrating if you're in a really serious gunfight with another squad or two, and then all of a sudden you get knifed from behind by this new AI. Let's see how they balance this guy, but I do think it'll be really fun to go up against them in something like DMZ. Now, also to wrap up, they do remind us that there are going to be a lot of secrets over on Ashika Island. Obviously, the recent intel drop for Ashika did show us some new gameplay of the map itself, and they gave us a hint as to what one of the quests is going to be on the map regarding throwing a grenade somewhere near the water, and they mentioned they were going to be adding in more and more Easter eggs throughout the duration of Season 2, not all on day 1. Obviously, Fortress Keep was also developed by Beanox and High Moon, who also developed Ashika Island, so without a doubt, they're going to end up doing a ton of quests for this brand new Warzone map, which I'm really excited about because Fortress Keep did release with a number of different Easter eggs that were a lot of fun to cover in different streams and videos. Like previous smaller size Warzone maps, Ashika has its own secrets for operators to uncover. Use all of your senses and be curious during Resurgence matches, and you may just stumble upon some legendary supply boxes or some other items that can help you toward a victory. But then when it comes to other changes coming that you guys might already know about, or changes that maybe you didn't know about, here are some general updates that you need to know. Faster looting and a streamlined backpack. They're getting rid of medium and large backpacks for the Battle Royale. You'll now spawn in with one specific backpack that can hold as much as you want, but it is also nerfing the ability to stack too many medical supplies, equipment, even kill streaks. That's been really annoying over the past couple of months, so luckily they're balancing all of that with our brand new season. Also, customizable perks get your loadouts faster. So at first, there was a bug allowing you to edit perk packages for Warzone. That wasn't actually intended, but since that was the thing for so long, they're not making it an actual feature, right? They only wanted you to customize perk packages in multiplayer, not Warzone, but that's changing here, which is awesome. And they also mentioned that primary weapons can still be bought at buy stations at more affordable prices, and the cost of loadout drop markers has also been reduced. Furthermore, a second loadout drop public event will activate in the match, taking place in the 1st and 5th circles. You'll now also deploy with a 3-plate vest, so no more RNG health during your matches of Warzone 2. There will also be buy station adjustments with the spawn, since they just were a bit inconsistent and unfair for a map like Al Mazrah. It's a big one, and also stronghold reward tuning. So upon beating a stronghold, operators will earn more upon completing a stronghold or a black site, as well as adjustment to AI combatant damage. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are you going to play first when Season 2 does come out? Is it regular BR for Al Mazrah, Resurgence Ashika Island, DMZ on one of those maps, or even the multiplayer? How are you feeling about all the changes in gameplay mechanics coming to Warzone 2 with our brand new update on February 15th? Let me know what you think down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.
Good work out there.